Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying with Jim Misiura. Today I'm going to tie a dry fly, and I'm going to use the Hemingway Mayfly 2 wings. And here they are. I have one prepared, ready to come off there. But sometimes when you get selectively feeding trout, sometimes they key in on the wings and that X with the reflection on the water. They say the X pattern. You got the wings sticking up like that, and then the reflection of the water kind of makes that X. But they're really just keying in on those wings standing up sometimes. I'm going to make this one basically a light Cahill, and these wings are extra small and they're like light yellow. But I'm going to make this more of a light Cahill or a yellow Cahill. I'm going to use, I have Hemingway thread, and this is the Hemingway 8/0 thread. And this is a size 14 barbless dry fly hook. And that hook came from Lively Legs. But I'm going to wrap back halfway, and then I'm going to come forward half of that, and that's going to be where we put our wing. And this is actually going to have like a Catskill style hackle on it, because when they're going after those X-wing ones, they're riding really high on the water. So I'm going to go ahead, and you can see the holes there. You can't be really rough with these when you're taking them out. But you can see by this top one, it has 2 tabs. I really don't think that you need to use both. So I took this out. I'm going to just trim off the back tab, or most of the back tab. Leave a little piece on there just to help secure that back section. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them in half so that they're standing up. You don't want to squeeze real hard because you will flatten that middle section. So I'm going to place that right on top, and I'm going to get that front tab first. Stand them up. I'm going to move it to the back tab. Like I said, you don't need a real lot of that tab to catch it. There we go. Now I have one wrap on there, so now I can stand them up a little easier. And I can go ahead and secure them. And of course, with this material, or any of the, no matter where you get your wings from, I know there's a couple of companies that actually have these type of products. You're still going to be basically doing just about the same thing here. Right there we got spinner wings, but I'm going to stand them up again. And I'm going to pinch them a little bit harder that time. And now I'm going to move my thread to the back. Now I'm going to take micro Fibbets, and these actually are yellow, and these actually, I bought these as micro Fibbets and not as a paintbrush. But I'm going to take a few of these instead of just the number that would be required for that specific fly. I'm going to take a few of them, because you can see, like, there's 3 on the end and you can't even see them. So I'm going to take 6 or 7 to actually, so you can actually see the wing, or the tail rather. We're going to tie that tail in. I'm going to try to get that tail pretty close to what I want right now, holding it on my side, and then they're going to roll right up to the top. I'm going to go ahead and put a wrap underneath the tail to help hold them up straight. Even add a little bit of an angle up. That's pretty nice. Going to go ahead and trim away the excess. Oop, let me get that. There we go. And I'm going to secure that a little better. There we go. Bring this back. I'm going to put a little bit of Cahill cream dubbing on there. There's light Cahill. Actually need to get it out of my box there a little better. And I want to kind of go pretty skinny with this stubbing too. Just got one little pinch there. Got a couple of guard hairs. Let me see if I can get those off. There it goes. Nope. There it is. Fix that again. Got little cracks on my fingers, so it's grabbing the thread. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put one more underneath and then start the wrap. Because by putting that underneath, we ensure that we're getting it right to the back. We don't want to tie those wings down. There we go. Now I'm gonna, nope, still gonna get that. Okay, we got that really close to the wing there. Got a wild hair there, and a couple wild ones off the back there. Now I'm gonna take my Hackle, and this Hackle is actually a honey badger. It's got a nice cream color to it. And this started out quite long, and this is all that's left, and it was a saddle Hackle. So I'm going to give it that crew cut. Now I'm going to place the Hackle right between the wings, and I'm in the front, so I'm going to get that front first, and I'm going to get that pretty tight. That was the thread, and that's what I talk about. You don't want to push that far wing. You want to be careful that you don't push that far wing, and by the way you do that is securing it pretty tight in the rear section. Secure that Hackle stem down pretty tight in the back there. Now I'm going to put my thread just halfway between the wing and the eye. I'm going to take my Hackle pliers, and we're going to wrap this. And now once again, because I have that, you can even see on the bottom, there's that crew cut still. So we're not going to get any hackles popping until we get around. And if you kind of don't leave a little bit of it bare or give that crew cut, what's going to happen is the hackle is going to shoot towards the rear. And we don't want that. Now I'm going to move to the front. I rub it against the wing. I'm going to give it a couple of times there. Then we're going to wrap that. And I'm going to give it one. Nope, that's it. I'm going to stop there. And I'm going to tie that in. Take my hackle pliers off, keeping that thread tight. Try to keep it more of at a 90 degree, and I broke it, but I have it secured. Bring that down, and now you can see there's a couple of them facing forward. I'm going to take my half hitch tool and just push them right back. And now they're not facing forward. Give it another one. because that one was a little bit testy there. And I'm going to go ahead and just give it one more half hitch and it will be tied off. Snug that in tight. Take your poke and snip cuticle trimmer. Trim that. So we got a couple of wild ones off the back there. If you use super fine dubbing, you won't get that that look. You won't get that. There's no guard hairs in super fine. And now I'm going to take a little bit of my head cement. I'm going to wipe my brush off pretty good because we got a lot of hackle there. And we only need a little bit. Find a nice opening spot. There we go. And here we have the Hemingway 2 Mayfly wing light Cahill. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Please visit my sponsors and let them know that I sent you. Leave comments, questions, suggestions. If you'd like to purchase any flies from me, go to etsy.com/shop/theflymanjim. And if you don't see it there, as always, just send me a message through Etsy. I'll get right back to you. And we'll figure out what you're looking for, and we'll get them made for you. But most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.